All right, everyone, here we go. It's an all signs reading. Doesn't matter what your sign is. It's straight up energy reading. I'm going to shuffle for the pre-shuffle while I tell you about Neptune Retrograde. Very important energy. I let it set in for a couple of days. It went retrograde on the 30th of June. It's an energy where it's the underlying energy of everything that's happening in July, but it's supercharged this year by the North Node a little bit, North Node activity. I talked about it in my write-up on July at sltblog.com, but ultimately, I want you to hearken, we'll get Shakespearean here, hearken back to Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, which is bringing things back for review, and that's still in play. Neptune retrograde does the same thing in a way, but it shows you where you deceive yourself, where you go wrong, where you have your false victories and things like that. It makes it abundantly clear. Now, I'm shuffling for the pre-shuffle because I'm still shuffling because I've been shuffling for a while. And I figure I'll just hit the record button and do the damn... Sometimes I have to shuffle a long time for these. That's why I usually don't do this. But it's a very important energy. And it affects all of us. It'll affect you. It'll affect the runner. But again, it's about, if you think about these runners and how they deceive themselves and self-sabotage, you know, you get the idea here. It's a very powerful effect. It is the baseline of all of the reviews and specific to how we deceive ourselves in this particular instance. All right? It's a general reading. It may or may not resonate with you, but if the title brought you in here or you found Steve's Love Tarot, you're here for a reason. There's your pre-shuffle. That's where you normally come in. This reading is timeless. Whenever you find it, you're meant to find it. Neptune is retrograde till about December 6th. That's truth. That's my queen of truth, right? We were just talking. As we talk, we shuffle. Universe gets an idea of what kind of energies we want here. Well, let's see. I haven't looked yet. You know, I just threw it down. Queen of Swords. Some kind of truth here. That's the base energy. The base energy would be truth. The just surface energy here. We're just asking the universe, the soulmate cycle, the influence of Neptune retrograde. And I'm short cycling it. I'm only pulling on its effect here in July. Okay? I don't divine that far out. Otherwise you get inaccurate because of free will decisions people can make. What's important is what's crossing this. There it is. False victories. I was going to say it should be something like a 7 swords or a 5 swords false victory. It is. It's a 5 swords false victory crossing the Queen of Swords. I mean, it's the environmental energy is where they deceived themselves. False victories are a deception. You didn't really win, right? It is that. It's almost like the criminal that gets away with it. The one who is guilty, but they plead innocent and they get off on a technicality, right? They have to, yeah, it's a victory. They got free, but they have to live with the fact that they know that they did it. That kind of thing. And that'll eat at you. And it'll bring all kinds of bad karma your way. Things will not go your way. Eventually it catches up. All karmic debts are paid one way or another. This person is paying some wicked karmic debt. I'm not saying they committed a crime. I'm just giving you an example. But yeah, that's amazing that came out like that. That is fucking awesome. Underneath that, though, what happens? A bit of a spiritual awakening, okay? This is an energy that's playing. This Neptune retrograde is playing with all the other energies in play. I mean, it's not just about Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, but Saturn's also retrograde, and we pulled on all of that. All those readings tie into this reading, and this reading really brings back where we've fucked up, where we've self-sabotaged, right? Underneath that is the 4 wands. A lot of your runners might be looking at the falseness of a worn-out relation, as REO Speedwagon once sang in Time for Me to Fly. The falseness of a worn-out relation. That can be anything, but it has something to do with their stability in life, and underneath that is the urge to move forward. And I'll just go further. The Fool is bookending the Queen of Swords as I feel it, but going further, the Knight of Cups. Somebody wants, tired of the falseness of a worn-out relation. Now they want a new relation, right? Might be coming your way. I don't know yet. We haven't pulled the reading. It should make them. But either way, I think they get, usually where they get stopped with this Fool, I can already see the corner of it, so I knew. The 6 of Wands, I think they get victory over it. I think they actually take some kind of leap of faith here and make some changes. And all of us will. It's one of those energies with the surround. Normally, Normally Neptune retrograde, it goes retrograde every year. There's not this kind of energetic storm going on around it. You know, the real coincidence, the real big energy here, the one that looks almost planned by the universe, is the fact that Neptune goes retrograde right smack at the very beginning of Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. And it's with it the whole way. You know, that's the thing. It's real, or most of the whole way. Anyway, it's really, really cool. So, our reading's on the flip. That's the pre-shuffle. Actually, normally I would say that because I shuffled. I'm gonna do what I would normally do. I'm thrown off because I didn't do the pre-shuffle early. So my brain thinks I already did a shuffle. I'm gonna shuffle. We're gonna do what we usually do. Okay? So, this first card out is Before the Cut. It's Why the Fuck Are We Here? Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's see where we go here. Yep, this is what we're going to do. Very interesting energy. It's an energy of clarity, a lot of clarity. Neptune in direct can make things a bit fuzzy. This is where a lot of that hyper clarity is originating from. Anyway, you know, and it benefits Pluto retrograde in Capricorn. All those things coming back for review. Right? You're smart. It's a way to phrase this. We're all smarter under this energy. All right? Wiser, maybe even. Let's see. The card Before the Cut's Why the Fuck Are We Here? So why the fuck are we here? The Hanged Man, a new perspective. Yeah? A new perspective. It's everything I just said rolled up into one card. It's that energy of the Hanged Man where there's a new perspective. I'm drawn to the bat's eyes. It's sort of a, oh, I see now. I see where I went wrong. I see where I've been self-deceptive. Right? I see where I've been self-sabotaging. It's beautiful for these runners because you also have to factor in that later in the month, which I'll pull on, Venus goes retrograde in Leo, and that kills any chance of them being the Burger King. It dulls the ego. It humbles the soul. Okay? As I said in my write-up about July, it's going to be a tough month for the Burger King to try to maintain that gotta have it their way mentality. What comes after the cut here? Yeah, the Strength card, no doubt. Strength card. Lion holding one of the roses from the Two of Cups, which I happen to know from our clarifying deck is at the bottom of the deck randomly. Yeah. Somebody does something about this. This says that the cut card should back up the pre-shuffle. This says the same thing the pre-shuffle said about that Fool and that Knight of Cups with the Victory card after it, where I said I think they actually do something about it. It's hard not to in this energy because you've got also the North Node activity, which I wrote about, where it's squaring Pluto retrograde in Capricorn 3 times back to back to back, right? Not to mention changing signs into Aries. So now we're going to give the deck a final shuffle. And we're going to say, give me the soulmate cycle with the influence of Neptune retrograde in Pisces. Let's go. Let's do it. Give me a reading, universe. Let's see where we go here. This ought to be damn interesting, I'll tell you. Let's see. All right, we're shuffling. Okay, we're done. Won't let me do any more. Overall energy of everything that's going to fall on the table is a card we see a lot in relation to these runners lately. The Five of Pentacles. Left themselves out in the cold type energy, right? What are they being shown? How they've left themselves out in the cold. False victories, Five of Swords, self-deception, all of that. Again, self-sabotage, all of it. Yeah. What's fueling this? 10 Cups. Yeah. False happiness when it's in the context of this energy. Okay. Again, somebody here is, as far as you're concerned. Again, with the Hanged Man here, we have a new perspective. And all of this, these cards, the overall energy of the reading, are crossing that Hanged Man. So the environmental energy, what's that Hanged Man getting a new perspective on, right? Well, saying the same thing as the pre-shuffle, really, you know. Where the false happiness, yeah, I'm not really happy in this, I guess, right? When you guys had a soul recognition, you showed them something, right? They got to see what happiness could be. You know, it's not something they can forget. That Queen of Swords that we opened with in that pre-shuffle told me that. Those are truths you can't ignore. Sorry about that, it froze. I always say, and I continued on and swore, but I cut that part out, like swearing at the camera. I always say it freezes either here during the cut cards or just before I'm about to throw the cards on the table because the energy starts to swirl, forms like a vortex. That's how I feel it anyway. And sure enough, every time that's where it does it. I mean, literally, it's like clockwork. That said, this is a powerful reading. This is powerful energy. It's hard to ignore, as I was saying, I think, when it cut out about that Queen of Swords in the pre-shuffle. Anyway, our readings on the flip. Here's our readings on the flip. Right here's the energy around your connection. Right here's how they're behaving in the 3D. Right here's their soul. Right here's the hidden energy, message from the universe. Red with the energy of your connection. And right here's the potential final outcome. I say potential because I can't predict free will. I wish I could. What was I going to say? I'm going to clarify everything. It's a general reading. Yeah, I don't know, but I'm going to clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end, and you can bet your sweet asses there's going to be an extended. This is some powerful stuff. I'm having a hard time sorting the energy. All right? That's why I'm misspeaking a little bit. Give me a moment to focus the energy here. All right? It's strong enough to blow out my damn USB 3 point whatever. Right here, it's amazing how it does it in the same spot. Right at that vortex. Sometimes it's just too much. There's a lot of energy here. Okay? Not just Neptune retrograde, Pluto retrograde in Capricorn, the North Node activity. It's all kind of coming in because I'm pulling on the whole month of July for this Neptune transit retrograde. Energy around your connection is right there. Let's take this out. Let's put it right here. And let's go. I'll get my shit together here. Don't you worry. Right here. 10 wands. See? It's powerful. It's the energy of your connection right now is think about a boiler. And it's got the little gauge on it, and it goes to the red zone when it's about to blow. This is a hot water heater that's about to blow the roof off the house. You know, they did that Mythbusters thing a long time ago on that show Mythbusters, where they overheated a hot water heater and it blew through the roof of the little house that they were, you know, it just shot right up. That's this. It's a pressure cooker. Okay? It is. That hangman, oh God, yeah. Really, really, really being shown. And shown at Queen of Swords, very important in that pre-shuffle. It's on the surface. So meaning you can't ignore it. It's impossible to ignore. It's right in your face. Right? All right. Can't say Santa Claus doesn't exist if you're staring at Santa Claus. Right? And you got elves, you got toys, you're standing right there. It's like that. It's a real pressure cooker here. What's going on? How are they behaving in the 3D? King of Swords. Yeah. Again, there's my King of Truth in this case. How they're behaving in the 3D. They got to do something about this. This king always makes a plan and then orders, usually in the Knight of Swords, to do something, to definitely taking some action toward being happy, toward real happiness. I like this here. I like that. That ties nicely with that Queen of Swords that we keep talking about. Their soul energy is here. It bookends the 10 of Wands. This just pressure cooker. It's a 2,000-pound card. I'm surprised the table hasn't fallen on the ground. What's going on? 2 cups. 2 cups. Lion holding one of the roses from the 2 cups after the cut. Showed you all that, right? 2 cups. Yeah. Got to do something about this. It flows. Feeling the connection. This is bookending this. I just got done saying your connection is that hot water heater that blows through the roof of the house. It is that. Why? Because of this. Your connection, 2 of cups, is the hot water, is the pressure, is the hot water heater. When you're being shown where you went wrong, right? Where you shortchanged yourself, where you self-sabotaged, all of that stuff. And it's a truth you can't ignore. It puts a lot of pressure on, well, I need to go in the other direction then. Yeah, you do. And that's why this king is here. Very much, a lot of determination energy around this. I think somebody's going to be kicking some ass in this energy. Maybe leaving somebody. I saw it in the pre-shuffle with realizing the falseness of a worn-out relation. You know, that can be a relationship they have with themselves or with somebody else or both, you know. Just tired of their life the way it is, wanting a change. Your connection is very powerful right now. Powerful enough to freeze the damn camera at the beginning of the reading. Jesus. Right here is the message from the universe. Let's see what the fickle old gal wants to say. It's red with this hot water heater that's about to blow through the roof here. 6 of Swords. Need to relieve the pressure. What do you do when you walk up to your hot water heater and the meter is all the way over? It's about to blow. It's about to blow. Well, usually there's a pressure relief valve, right? You push it, you open it, whatever it is, and you hear psh, it lets out steam and all that kind of stuff. Trains had them. The old steam trains had them. They'd pull into the station and it'd blow steam everywhere, like that. That's what they're doing. They're relieving pressure. This is about that. The universe said they're relieving pressure, but it's too slow. So it might result. This is a very slow energy. They need to act fast for this. They're likely to act slow within this, and it's just going to create kind of more of a frantic conversation, a frantic energy coming from their side, right? If you relieve if you're going to push the pressure release valve, you push it or move the lever, and you let it all out. You don't just open it a little, like that. No, it's not enough. There's too much here. It's too much in the red zone. What's the potential final? We'll see what happens when we clarify. What's the potential final outcome here? Red with King of Swords, Two of Pentacles. Yeah, they're saying exactly what that said here. It's like a wishy-washy energy here. Transformation. This is a big butterfly. This is the biggest butterfly in the deck. You know, we have the Six of Wands that has the little green one. It's one of those little smaller ones. This is a big butterfly. There's huge transformation trying to happen here. There's huge pressure here. Somebody just needs to do something. Okay? There's a wishy-washiness here. There's a back and forth kind of thing here. It's building up a lot of heat, building up a lot of tension. A lot of frustration. So the end result is a very frustrated runner. Which doesn't mean they won't communicate. In fact, I think there's a high probability of communication. I just think that sort of like what I've been saying in recent readings, where the communication is Three of Swords based, they're a little too focused on Three Swords. They're not releasing the pressure enough here when they learn it. Usually if you learn where you went wrong, you fix it. Right? This person wants to live in the limbo for a little bit. And listen, if that hot water heater is about to blow, you need to open the release valve. Not just crack it open a little and see what it does. No, just go ahead and open the thing. You need to get that pressure out. They're going a little too slow. So they may show up, but it's a very frustrated kind of person. You know, you may like, Jesus, did you run here? You know, like that kind of thing. Let's find out. Randomly at the bottom here is Two Cups. Like I said, let's clarify. 10 Wands. Why is it here? And that's why this energy, that's why I had to take a minute and sort it out. Right? Kept misspeaking because I'm feeling the energy coming in and I'm processing it, and usually I just say the same shit. I can't predict free will. I'll clarify everything, throw some universe cards at the end. I couldn't even say that. There's so much pressure around the energy, I couldn't get the words out. Well, that's the end result here. It's somebody who can't get the words out. There's heat and frustration here. There's big transformation trying to happen, so a big conversation needs to happen. Right? Okay. Let's go. 10 Wands. Why is it here? If that could be 50 Wands, it would be better. You know, it's like 5 10 of Wands cards all stacked up on top of each other. Why is that here? Why is that here? Jesus Christ. Okay, come on. Let's talk to the witches. See what the witches have to say. What's going on here? Yeah. Liberation. That's the release valve. 9 of Pentacles. Yeah, the environmental energy is a release. They have to get out of this. This has to stop. The connection can't stay in this state. Okay? So all these truths that they're realizing, they need to do something about. They need to be this King of Swords. I think somewhere in here, there's a page that, Page of Swords kind of energy. It's just, it feels like it. What's on top? King of Wands. Yeah. Burger King. It's very difficult for this person's ego to shut this down. And these truths hurt this person's ego. These truths about how they've self-sabotaged, how unhappy they are. This is very powerful. Neptune retrograde is usually a bit of a joke. It just adds some clarity. It takes away some of the haze. This year, it is no joke because of the surrounding energies. I can't emphasize that enough. They can't be this. And I think this is in part the influence. It's hard for them to just brush this off and try to have things their way. No, their way isn't working. That's what they're being shown. Burger King is being shown, oh, maybe it's not a good burger, right? Like that, and they're going to have to face that. It's hard not to. This has a little bit to do, there's a small influence of Venus retrograde in here, which is coming very soon. And it definitely occurs during Neptune's retrograde, which still involves Pluto retrograde. No, it's like Neptune, Pluto, and Saturn are walking hand in hand, all in retrograde. And they're all working in conjunction. Why is the night of night? I called it a night. Yeah, it feels like it. It's very emotionally immature here. They're going to have to, and that's why I think why they go slow. My Freudian slip is important. The Knight of Wands is emotionally immature. The King isn't much better, but a little better. That's why they're going slow. This is tough to process, but the connection is heavy. It wants to come together. The two souls are trying to come together. In fact, they may already be with the Two of Cups here. Your two souls may already be together, and that's what's causing this tension. A lot of it. Why is the King of Wands here? Nine of Cups. Yeah, we got two nines here. That's amazing. Yeah, so enough of this. Why is the King of Wands here sitting on top of all this tension? Why does this release valve need to be thrown? Liberation? Because enough already. Go get happy. Got to release this energy. It's saying the same thing. Why is the King of Swords here? Let's talk about this, because I don't believe it. I mean, I do to a point. I get it. I know why the universe threw the King of Swords. But it downgrades as we move to the other level of the reading a bit. They slow it down. Whoa, am I doing the right? Because this Six of Swords, the third slowest energy in the tarot, is red with this. That's too slow. You need to release it. The Nine of Pentacles says that. That's a liberation energy. Liberation doesn't mean you open the valve a little bit, you know. Or if it's a jail cell, you don't open it a little bit. You open the fucking door, swing it wide open, right? Why is the King of Swords here? Why? These readings have been interesting. These have been fun for me to do lately. Queen of Pentacles. Oh, Jesus. Oh, that's you. It's your energy crossing it. Yeah, it's their propensity to be a little bit... The reason they probably are like this, right, and slowing it down a little bit, and all this frustration is here, is because you've moved on. You've moved up. You've gotten better. You've thrived on some level, or at least that's their perception. You know, I always say about the Queen of Pentacles, she got everything she needs. He or she, doesn't matter, right? Not chasing anyone is fine. People go to the Queen of Pentacles. And they know that they don't like that. They're the King of Wands. They want to be in power. They can't be. They can't have it their way under this energy. This will blow the roof off their life if that blows. What's on top? Three of Pentacles. Yeah. Yeah, they definitely want something here. They know they want to go toward the Queen of Pentacles, but there's some sort of nervous tension around it. Why is that? Yeah, it's the truth. Ace of Swords. Yeah, all those truths are coming. The truth is showing them that they want something. They do come get it with that King of Swords there. They do, but there's an intimidation here. Okay? A little bit. They think you're on a higher level a little bit, and that hurts their ego just a pinch. But they definitely want something. And the truth is, and that truth hits hard. It's a truth they can't ignore. And the truth energy is actually quite healing to them. Now, your connection showed up in the soul, and it's the only fucking thing there. There is nothing, you're not sharing space with anyone under this energy. In fact, on the other side, if your person's married or in a relationship, for example, just an example, could be how they live their life, but just using that as an example, they're very disappointed with that. They're very ashamed of it on some level. Why is the Two of Cups here in the soul? Why? Yeah. This is a powerful connection. These are very special connections. It's the Hierophant crossing that. Yeah. I just said that just backs up everything I said. You're not sharing space with anyone in their soul. It's all, and it's heavy. It's heavy. They're seeing where they fucked up, seeing where they went wrong, being shown all their self-deceptions, and the truth is sticking. So they want something. But I'll say it, I've said it before, they feel small next to you. I still pick up a page of this Knight of Swords. Yeah, I did it there. The King of Swords here feels more like a Page of Swords or a Knight of Swords to me. Rather than, I think this King, and I said it earlier, orders the Knight in some capacity. What's on top? Seven of Cups. Yeah, what do I, wow. Before I open my mouth, why is the Seven Cups here? Yeah, the Fool. Yeah, looking at ways. It is that energy of, again, at all costs. They will make a choice here. The universe keeps saying that. They will make a choice. I can understand why they have to. That's a lot of pressure right there. To just move on from this. Enough Burger King. Enough. We need some fruits and vegetables in our diet. Right? Like that. What's going on here? Six of Swords. Tell me about it. It'll tie to all of this. It may tie to something else if I get a matching card. I don't know that it is, though. It's almost a separate message from the universe, where the fickle old gal universe is basically saying, yeah, but they're going too slow. They're not releasing that valve enough. It's creating, and there's a lot of frustration around this Two of Pentacles in the final outcome. Could be your frustration. Maybe you're frustrated with them. This is your reading. That's your final outcome. Your final outcome, your energy attached to this on the side, because, you know, you're both attached to each other. That's clear over here. On your side, you're presented with a choice. It could be a frustrating choice as well when this person shows up. Because you can't be afraid of getting you got to put all ego down when love is concerned. You got to just take that leap of faith. That's what the soul is encouraging them to do. They're still showing up with a little bit, trying to hold on to a little bit of power. And you just can't do that. You can't do that where love is concerned. You got to just take the damn leap of faith. These runners have a hard time with that. Why is the Six of Swords here? What are you trying to tell me here? Going too slow. Look at that. I was just talking about this. Talking about frustration, which is heat energy, right? It's crossed by Two Pentacles. It is crossed by the same card. Yeah, the universe just said, I'm right. Steve hit the nail on the head. Yeah, you might be, you know, again, this has become hot too. Look how hot that's become, going round and round and round. Friction. Friction energy is frustration. It reads to energy readers as heat. You can always tell when somebody's frustrated. It's also how I tell if somebody got the hots for me, as we say, right? I can always tell because I get heat off of them, right? Assuming I didn't say anything that frustrated them. It reads as frustration. When you want to bang somebody, it's frustrating when you're not, when you can't. It always reads as heat on varying levels, all right? It's just the way it is. I mean, yeah, I could say, yeah, they want to bang you and all that kind of stuff, but that's not really this context here. This context is talking about the pressure that's here, all right? And somebody moving too slow, which is causing a lot of heat, a lot of frustration on their side. What's on top? Yeah, of course they got the hots for you. Of course they want to bang you. I just pulled the Empress, even in a frumpy green dress. Very bangable. Wow. That dress would look great down here in the hay. Off the Empress. It's right there. Yeah. They got the hots for you. For the Empress energy, but the King of Wands, the Empress doesn't bang the King of Wands, and they know that. This ties to what I said over here with you crossing the Queen of Pentacles. The King of Wands doesn't get the Empress. She thinks she's never going to go for this superficial asshole. They know they got to come right. They know they got to be real. They know they got to open up, and that makes them nervous. So maybe they try and figure out, what's the least I can say? The Three of Pentacles, something. But the truth is, they want it. It's just they just slow themselves down because there's still some ego in play. And the universe is even saying the only way to release this valve is to put the ego down and stop eating at Burger King, go get some fruits and vegetables. That's a simple way to put it. But this proves everything I said before I pulled this card, everything I was saying about this, right? It's right there. It's that Empress energy. Everybody want to bang the Empress, but not everybody gets to, because the Empress uses discernment. And she ain't going to go for this shit. She ain't even going to fall for this shit. And a lot of you, with that Queen of Pentacles crossing here, which is one of the finest energies of the Empress, have gotten your vibration up to a level now where they can feel that. If this person shows up as the Burger King, you're going to laugh them right out the door. Why is the Empress here? There's my Page of Wands. It's everything I just said. It's my little page. It's that page energy I've been picking up. And we don't have a page yet. This is the first one, and it's right here. The universe corrected me. It's not a Page of Swords energy, Steve. It's a Page of Wands. I get it. There's a lot of passion here. Yeah, this little boy may want to bang the Empress, but, it's emotionally immature, right? It's red with the Nine of Cups. You are their Nine of Cups. That's why they slow it down. They're still bringing some ego with them. Although they're being shown every way they went wrong. This sword right here is held by this Great Horned Owl, by this King of Swords. All right, so we end The universe is crossing message. We end with 2 pentacles here. Now, this might be your energy. This could be theirs. It's probably both. Both are attached. You know, on your side, it poses a problem for you. You'd like this to transform, but the Empress is like, King of Wands, I can't have a long-term thing with that. You know, it's just like that. And on their side, it's frustrating. It's a lot of frustration because they're holding back. They're not releasing the valve enough, right? And so there's still a chance that hot water heater blows through the roof. It could end in an argument. It could end in whatever. It could end in disappointment. Maybe that's that Page of Swords energy I'm picking up on. I don't need a Page of Swords for it to be here if it's not important, but it is here. I disagree, universe. All right. What's going on? 2 of Pentacles. What's the final on this? Knight of Cups. So they're showing up. That ties to the Knight of Cups from the pre-shuffle. Yep. They show up. Okay. Cool. Right? The environmental energy is someone showing up. But it's weird. Okay? There's a lot of transformation trying to happen. And what's on top? 7 Swords. Yeah. It's what you get when this person shows up, because it looks like they are. What's fueling this? Oh yeah, 5 of Cups is one of the cards that ends the separation phase in the soulmate cycle. So what you get is someone coming in under the guise of this, right? They're kind of more like that, male or female. I know it's a female on the card, doesn't matter. There's no genders here. When we come in, it's similar to what I've been telling you. They're coming in under a 3 Swords type energy, right? When you come in like that, it can be a lot of small talk. It can be a lot of nonsense. It can be a lot of whatever. But the truth of the matter is this person's being shown the truth about all of their self-deceptions and things like that. And they're still showing up a little bit. What they're saying isn't really 100% what they're feeling. So in the environmental energy, what they're feeling is Knight of Cups. When the words come out, it can be it's frustrating because you know that, right? You know, the Empress, you know that they're better than this. You have a soul match with this person. It says so right here. You have a soul match. So you know that they're better than this. They're much better than that. But when they show up like that, it's frustrating. You know that they're full of shit. All right? It's a little bit frustrating. Okay. It's the ego that's the problem with these runners, not the soul. The soul is fine. It's a nice match for you. We just got to get the 3D person to get past their hang-ups, their abandonment issues, their bullshit, whatever. This is usually a coping mechanism or a defense mechanism when people behave like this, right? What do they call them? Fuck boys? Things like that, for example. Right? They're just masking. They're afraid to put themselves out there fully because they don't want, because they're precious, because they live purely by ego. They don't want to get hurt. So it's easy just to cast things off and, you know, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, bye-bye, you know, that kind of thing. It's easy to do that. I always tell you guys, it's easy to fail. Failing is a piece of cake, you know. It's you know, just keep saying no, you know. Go in and tank the job interview. That's easier than doing a good job in it, you know, that kind of thing. Tank the date, whatever. If you start to feel something for somebody, say something stupid, you know, done. Piece of cake. So their soul is fine. It's getting the message. The ego has to shut down. I think when Venus goes retrograde, the ones that stay in this energy are going to have a real problem. I think it doesn't matter. I think they show up anyway with a little bit of that energy there. We'll see what happens in the Venus retrograde reading. I'm curious now. Maybe I'll do a sneak peek of that in the extended just for fun. Maybe. Why is the 7 Swords here? Yeah, the World. There's more going on here than what they're showing you. That's the most powerful card. And under this energy, there's a big reward for being open, honest, and truthful. There's a big reward in healing, in transformation. But somebody here is coming with a small offer. Something small when they want something big. Okay? And again, it's frustrating for you because you see right through it. You know they're better than this. King of Wands. You're aware of that. It is communication. The world here would indicate that. All right. So again, how it plays out is how it plays out. But all of these energies are bringing them right to you. or at least towards something that your connection showed them. Anyway, making some changes in their life for sure. But they're still trying to protect a piece of ego. We can't do that. You got to put the ego down, especially with love matters. You should put the ego down all the time anyway. That's not having any, that's being neutral for outcomes. There's no ego involved. I'm not going to get hurt if you say no. I hope you say yes. That'd be great. I'm going to do my best. But, okay, no, fine. Doesn't ruin your day, doesn't anything. It's nice. It's a great little life hack. Care about the thing, care about the person, care about whatever. But don't care about the yes, the no, the win, the lose. That's all. Just stay neutral for it. Most of the time, if you do that, actually all of the time, if you do that, you always win, whether it's a yes or a no. Yeah. All right. Let's see where we go. This runners still need to learn that a little bit. You don't. I think most of you have got that. You've got it down. Or at least are getting there. At least you understand it anyway. What else the universe want to tell you? 3 cards and a crossing card from the bottom. What else? Look at that. Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Ace of Cups. 8 of Wands. Emperor. You don't even need me. The base energy is the Emperor is coming to tell you how they feel. There's a lot of truth and there's a lot of communication coming your way. But, I'm just going to, coming, definitely. That's the Queen of Pentacles. It was crossing there and that was your energy. They definitely coming, but they're showing up as this little page here. There's that page energy again. That fawn is the Page of Pentacles in this deck. All right? I was going to say, the Emperor, your runner, a little bit out of balance here, is coming to share with you how they feel. They've been holding on to it for a long time, and it's getting hot. It's getting hard to handle. It's almost getting toxic at this point. And there's that pressure, right? Pressure. They're coming with some truths that they've realized. There is communication here which can move things forward. However, there's another energy here around the Ace of Swords and the 8 of Wands which talks about there's more truth than what they're telling you. If you want things to move forward, you need to get the whole truth and nothing but the truth out of this person. If you don't, it's not going to move forward as well. You don't want to move. The Empress does not want to move forward with the King of Wands. He or she knows that there's nothing long term with this. They're going to run again. First thing, something goes wrong or it looks like they're going to lose you. They go and they cheat with so-and-so or they take off and they run again. This is not an energy you can have a long-term relationship with. So, there's still some of that energy in play. However, this is the most powerful, this is the strongest indication of communication I can give you, of potential communication based on, I can't predict their free will, but I mean, I saw it here with the Fool, we saw it in the pre-shuffle. I mean, it's straight up, right here, they're coming to talk to you. But you'll only talk to a full Emperor, not just this King of Wands energy. So the conversation might be a little confusing. There's a lot of tension with it, a lot of friction. There's a lot of pressure around this connection because of the truths that they're being shown about how they deceived themselves. Maybe, if I'm to expand on the energy, maybe part of your role in this is, the universe, the energy is showing them how they deceived themselves. Maybe you pointed out too, with this 7 of Swords that's here, perhaps they get a little taste of the Empress, the wrath of the Empress, if you will. Okay? If this were a movie, I think that's what I'd call it, the wrath of the Empress. It's kind of what it is. But yeah, they hold a lot more feelings than what they're going to tell you. All right? And you should get the whole truth and nothing but the truth. None of this, nothing's going to happen, nothing lasting is going to happen unless you do. But this indicates strong communication here. All right? That's your reading. These energies are going to affect you as well, and I'll pull on you at the beginning of the extended. I want to know how these energies affect you, so I have some contrast. It'll help me understand the final outcome more, which maybe I can expand on a bit. Have the universe make some predictions. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to pull a pyramid, and we're going to pull a timeline. And I'm going to write it down so I don't forget. I want to pull on a little taste, a little teaser of Venus retrograde. Because when Venus retrograde comes in, it's going to be very hard for Burger Kings to be Burger Kings. It dulls the ego, and that might work to your advantage. It might work to your advantage at the very least at turning the conversation around. A conversation that starts small, you may be able to take it and expand it. Okay, we'll see. So if you want the extended, the link is in the description. It's there for you if you want it. I hope this reading was helpful. If you like this reading, please like, share, and subscribe. Appreciate all the subscribers, everybody who shares, and everybody who watches. All right, good luck.